Thank you, everyone. And I'm going to bring you right back down to earth, back home, and ground you, because I'm here to talk about garbage. Which one is it? This one? Right. Okay. Australia is in the middle of a lot of challenges. Each and every one of you contributes to 3 tons of garbage every year. Even after you recycle it, nearly a ton of that goes directly to landfill. And yet the pace and scale of our transition to renewable energies is frightening a lot of people because they're concerned about reliability of supply and continuity of supply that people can actually afford. While the environment is still continued to be subjected to a whole range of issues, including pollution from transport and a whole heap of other things, including landfill gases and potentially waste incineration, the areas that are being left behind in terms of government support and wider population notice are the regional areas, the regional towns. So they miss out on a lot of support for education, industry, growth, and employment. What we've done is brought to Australia another German technology, and this is the world's most advanced energy from waste system. It's called the Concord Blue Reformer. This exceptional technology has a unique position as being the first ever energy from waste system to be EU certified for the production of green hydrogen. How that certification has worked is that we have a certificate which shows we're carbon negative and the authorization to claim green hydrogen production from waste. With this unique patented system, we can produce not just hydrogen, but a range of renewable fuels, hydrogen being the most popular at the moment. The other difference is we don't burn the waste. There is no smokestack, which means that there is no potential for the production of dioxins and furans and great ash and fly ash, which is what people normally associate with energy from waste. This reduces landfill dramatically because we don't have that leftover that incinerators have, and we get rid of the things that would otherwise go to landfill. The result of this, our output, we can potentially contribute to getting up to 250,000 heavy trucks a year away from diesel and onto renewable fuels, such as renewable hydrogen. In addition to that, we can provide firming electricity as necessary for industrial estates or something like that by using hydrogen fuel cell generators. Our ambition is not to export. We want to look after the local communities by producing renewable energy in a local area using their own waste for their industrial uses, reduce their landfill, give them local jobs, and bring industry to regional areas. How do we do it? Well, the first thing is we can produce this from a whole wide range of different waste forms, from homes, business, industry, and agriculture. And the secret of our engine is here. These tiny balls are heated to over 1,000 degrees in a separate vessel. Then they're mixed with the waste in an oxygen-free environment, which makes it impossible to generate those nasties I talked about earlier. That creates a syngas, which is a very high quality syngas with a very high hydrogen content. That can be used directly in industrial purposes by supporting industries that need high energy or need a natural gas replacement, or we can go on to create hydrogen or other advanced fuels. And in large establishments, large projects, we can even do SAF. So our focus here is to produce a renewable energy for the mobility sector, for heavy freight, for truckers, for those big B doubles and B triples that are getting, 3 kilometres per diesel litre and who are being told they have to get off fossil fuels. We can also produce hydrogen for a whole range of other sources. Some mining companies are interested, and potentially feeding into gas networks, if we match up with where your networks are. A typical plant, this is a design for regional Australia, takes around 3 hectares of land. This particular one is designed to handle over 65,000 tonnes of waste, and it's estimated it will produce over 3,500 tonnes of hydrogen per year. That varies depending on what the feedstock is, but this is a live example. This amount of space would also allow for a fueling station and a materials recovery facility, which is important before the waste goes into our process. So the recyclables that can be diverted are diverted before we touch them. This is an important part of the whole evolution of getting things away from landfill. We need around 3 hectares of land, and the capex on our projects is about the same as a solar farm that would produce the same amount of hydrogen, but may only last half that amount of time. BlueGas Technologies is not just a project developer marketing company. We very carefully built an alliance of specialist companies around us. Engineers, designers, all sorts of people like that with special skills. And together, we're branding it as Moola Energy. Moola is a word that means foundation, strength, base. Our first Australian project is intended to be a showcase for the system to encourage other people to understand what can be done. We have a vision and we have the team to make it happen. We're out now also inviting other like-minded businesses and individuals to join us. Thank you.